dropping on for Lymmvale for 3 nights. It's absolutely hammering down. We're in the middle of the it's the storm now. What's in between Christmas and New Year? It's 27th today, I think it is. Yeah, the 27th. I'm here till Saturday morning. I don't know what the storm's called, I'm not looked yet, but it's absolutely blowing a hooler and bouncing down. I've managed to get the camp up. The rods are just sat on the pod yet. I've not found any spots yet, but I'm not going out in that yet. I've got a new app which I'll talk to you about in a bit, about the moon phases. I've never been a big follower of the moons and all that shit, but I'll talk to you about that in a bit. I'm just going to let this rain pass and then I'll see about finding the spots and getting the rods out. See you in a bit. Rods are out now. They've been out for about an hour. The rain's finally stopped. It's probably got about maybe an hour left to light now before dark, so I'm just going to leave them there unless something happens. I've got one down my left on margin. There's like a tree what's felling. It's been there for a couple of years now, like, but I've got one just off that locked up. And then I've got one out in the open water. It's more in sandbanks water, but there's nobody on sandbanks yet, so I've gone up on top of the where it showers off. And then I've got one, my right hand rod is just on the end of the sandbar. What goes through the sleeper swim. I'm on the end of it, so it drops off into the silt. Tell you about this app, what I picked up. Just getting it out to the wind. Yeah, so my plan was these 3 nights in between Christmas and New Year. I was supposed to be going up Windermere parking, but I've been listening to this quite a few podcasts where they keep going on about the moon phases and all this like. But I've never took notice of the moon phases. With being a weekend angler, it doesn't matter to me whether it's a full moon, new moon or waning bollocks or whatever it is. I just go fishing. So, but this fella who was I can't remember who it was on about this app. It was called Fishing Calendar Pro. It's called, and it gives you all the moon phases and it gives like the percentage of what the moon is at. Obviously 0% up to 100%. Today's 100%, so it's a full moon. And then it gives you like the percentage of how good the fishing is, going from like 10% up to 100%, and it's showing 100% for the fishing as well. So with it coinciding with this big low pressure what's coming as well, I thought I'll give 3 days on lymmvale a go, even though it's not known as a winter water. I have had winter fish out of here, and I've also had a hell of a lot of blanks through the winter. But I thought I'd give it a go. But what you can do with this app, it's not cheap. It's I think it's 18 quid for the year or £3 a month. But you get three days free, like a free trial, and then if you're not, you can cancel it before it starts charging you. In that 3 days, I've been going back through my catches over the last 4 years, and like not just when you've had one fish, like you've had a big fish or whatever, you know what I mean. But that not for that. But if you go like if you come up Lymmvale and you have 3 or 4 fish out, you've had a really good session. But then when you look at the moon phases, it was always on a fucking good moon, where it was showing like 100% fishing, so it was either a new moon or a full moon. So it started the old cogs ticking, thinking, is it right like that? So I'm gonna, I've let it go now. I've been charged for it now, £17.99 I think it is. So I've got it for a full 12 months. So I'm gonna keep my eye on it now. Every time I go fishing, I'm gonna have a look where it is, and then obviously if it's saying 100% and then I catch, have a good session, even though it's middle of winter, it's going to throw a spanner in the works, isn't it? Because I don't know if I should do it really, because like I say, I know a lot of people say they won't go unless it's on a full moon, or they won't go unless it's a new moon. But if they're only going on a full moon or a new moon when it's good, then they're only going to catch when it's like that, isn't it? So I don't know. Anyway, we'll see how it goes over the next year. Like, so, you know, like I say, it's called Fishing Calendar Pro, the app, if you want to have a look at it. But like I say, I'm at the beginning of each video now, what I do for you next year, I will actually say what it's saying on this app, so we can see if it's bollocks or not. The wind's picking up again now, so I'm gonna put some tea on there, and I shall see you in a bit.
I can tell you want me. Turn it up, I can show you how. Take it out, I can tell you want me. Turn it up, I can show you how. Take it out.
Morning. Quiet night last night. Well, fish wise, not with the wind. I did hear a fish this morning about 4 o'clock, but the wind was blowing that out. I couldn't actually see where it was, but it didn't sound too far away. It sounded like in front of me, but not far away. So I think I'm going to move them all out into the open water in front of me. It's actually gone flat calm now, but it is due to pick back up again to 40-50 mile an hour. I think it's time for a bit of breakfast, and then I'll redo the rods. I'm going to have another look at this app, see if I can do a screen video or whatever it's called. I can still say how you do that. See you in a bit. It's midday now, just gone 12 o'clock. I moved them all into the middle water now, into open water, spread them all out to about 30 yards apart. Just after I spoke to you last time, a fish did pop its head out again. So put them all in that area now. There's nothing on the bottom, it's just 13 foot all over there, so there's nothing to fish to on the bottom. But that's where the stick, that one showed last night, which sounded round about that area, and then one stick its head out this morning, so just put them there. I took the back leads off, fishing like semi-slack lines now, so I'll keep an eye on them for any landers or anything. That app, I'll show you that app now. So that's the app there. The third one down on the left, it says fishing, so it's called Fishing Calendar Pro. So when you open it up, just close that. That's what it looks like. So it gives you, if you look down the middle there, that's your weather. It's got 8 degrees, 10 degrees, 7 degrees, and then it gives you the air pressure and the wind direction and speed. At the top, on your left hand side, you've got your fishing efficiency, which is at 75% at the moment, and the moon is at 99%. It was 100% yesterday, but it's going down to 99 now. And then if you press that little clock, it opens that up and it'll tell you the sunrise, the sunset time, and the transit time, which the transit is where the sun, where the moon passes between the sun and the earth. That's what's called transition, and that's at 11 minutes past 12, which is round about now. And then on the right hand side we've got your moon rise, your moon set, and your overhead, which is when it's at its highest. And then you've got your minor periods and your major periods. Well, if you look at the major periods, they coincide with the moon transit, which is about now. So apparently we're in bite time now for the next 2 hours. And then it's overhead tonight at 1:05 at its highest, and that's your major period again. And that's about it really. But so I'll keep an eye on that over the next 12 months. I can see if any patterns start emerging. Would be handy, because we all know on busy waters how resting the swim can have a big effect. So if you know when to bring your rods in and leave your swim alone, bait up, have a lead about and that, you know what I mean. See how it goes anyway over the next 12 months. Keep an eye on other angles as well, when they're catching and when they're not. Something doing it. But have a brew now. I'm not touching my rods for 2 hours because it's fucking bite time. The light's fading now, probably got another 10-20 minutes of light. I've just done all 3 rods, put my right hand rod back on the sandbar, and I've left the 2 out there in the open water where I've seen the fish. There has actually been a couple of fish shore, probably another 30-40 yards out further down, but there's a lad in this corner here now, so I can't take the piss and send my boat out there. I'll keep an eye on that. If they do carry on showing through the night and into the morning, I'll move round onto Steps. I think Steps is free, and that's straight across from Steps then. Nothing happened through bite time. Don't know what happened there. So if nothing happens through the night, I shall see you in the morning. Morning. Still no fish. I've seen one this morning in my, well, it's not in my area, it's the distance wise, it's showing about 30 yards left of my left hand rod, which is like in between me and him. So, and I've seen one right down in the far corner shore probably about 10 minutes ago. So I think I think there is fish in this area, because normally at this time of year they're not on their own, like there is a few of them together, but I'm now thinking this right hand rod what I've got on the sandbar, I've not seen anything around that area at all, so I'm going to bring that in there. I'm going to put a zig out in that area and see if they're just in the upper layers and not dropping down. That's the plan anyway. I heard some alarms going off last night. I don't know if he's had one. I've not spoke to him. But apart from that, I think it's brekkie time. It's mid-afternoon now, about 2:30 I think it is. Started lashing down again. The wind's dropped. It's gone pretty flat now, like, but it's gone black. It's absolutely lashing down. It's pretty busy as well now. I think there's about 7 on there, so that's 21 rods in the water now, so it's not looking good. I'll probably redo the rods just before dark, and then I'm not feeling it at all now. Temperatures dropped just before that rain come there. It went absolutely freezing. It's only showing that it's dropped about 3 degrees on the weather app, but it feels a lot colder than that. Nothing happens. I'll probably see you just before dark. Morning. No fish again. Everything's packed away now. It's all in the van, just the rods to go. Yeah, I was going to do a catch up last night, but there was nothing to say, so I'll bollocks to it. So it's not been the best. It's not been the best test for that app coming to Lymmvale in the middle of winter. But I will keep an eye on that for next year. I'm back out New Year's Eve, just a quick over and after on New Year's Eve. So thanks for watching, see you again.